Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and we're going inside the war room with the Denver Broncos. We're going to take a look at their team needs to see what players could be possible targets to fill those needs. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming selections they have in this year's draft.
The Broncos made the playoffs last season. They're a very good team, and they come into the 2013 draft with 6 selections, and I think most of their needs lie on the defensive side of the football. You look at the defensive end, they drafted Derek Wolfe last year. That's a great pick. They need someone opposite of him to bring the pressure. I know they have Malik Jackson, but they need someone that's a threat. They also need help at linebacker, safety, defensive tackle could use some depth. But I think overall they have a great chance to be successful in this draft with defensive selections. That's why in the first round I have them going with Yon Warner out of Florida State, a guy that's 6'4", 260 pounds. Does a great job with getting after the quarterback and also does a great job in stopping the run. So you get a versatile guy that you don't have to take off the field. I like him a lot. I don't understand why a lot of people are down on Warner. I think he is a top 15 talent. Just so happens in my mock draft he falls down to 28. In round 2, I have them getting Shamarko Thomas out of Syracuse. This guy is a heat-seeking missile. If you like Matt Elam, you'll like Shamarko Thomas. Both guys are similar. I think this is a great fit for their Broncos defense. They need someone that's an enforcer back there to knock the stuffing out of wide receivers. Thomas does a great job and also has very underrated ball skills. In the third round, I think the Broncos can take Corey Lemonois out of Auburn, 6'4", 255, a guy that some see as an outside edge rusher in a 3-4 defense. So the Broncos getting him, putting him in that position that Von Miller plays as a depth guy, can allow them to put more pass rushers on the football field. And I know they signed Stuart Bradley, but let's be honest, you can't depend on Stuart Bradley, which is why I also have them going with linebacker Xavier Gooden, out of Missouri, a guy that can also get after the quarterback. There's no downside to taking pass rushes. In this day and age, you have to be able to put the quarterback on the ground, harass the timing, and that way you can come away with interceptions. Moving over to the 5th round, I have them taking wide receiver TJ Moe. I like TJ Moe a lot. This guy is consistent. He doesn't drop passes. And I think the Broncos have a need for their 4th wide receiver. I know they bring over Wes Welker, but you only have 2 other targets in Eric Decker and Baby Thomas. I think Moe will have an ideal role in that Broncos offense. I'm a big fan of the fullback position, number 1, but I'm also a big fan of Tommy Bohannon and how he's able to block. I know they have Jacob Hester at fullback, but he's more of a running fullback as opposed to a traditional blocking back. That's why I think Bohannon would be a great fit for the Broncos in round 7. Now let's take a look at the wrap-up of this Broncos 7-round mock draft. I love what I've done with this team. Added pass rushers and guys that can get after the quarterback from the outside linebacker position. That way you can keep guys on the field. Von Miller, Corey Lemonois, Xavier Gooden, Yon Warner. Those guys can get after the quarterback. Shamarko Thomas can knock the stuffing out of receivers. So I think this will help improve that Broncos defense and get them back to where they want to be, which is deep into the playoffs with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And I want to give a huge shout out to Broncos fan forums for always showing football game plan support.